Me, the season is definitely back on. I think 12-5 is very attainable because of the defense and because of Caleb. I mean, he's not getting the national praise that we want him to get, but as I always say, as local fans compared to national fans, we're watching every snap. So you really get to see the progression. Yeah. And if you're being objective about it, Caleb has gotten better every game. Like every game, flat out. It's nothing you can say to deny that. He's gotten better every game. And that's all we wanted to see. I know we wanted to see him come out quick and really light it up. That's cool. He didn't do that, but at the same time, sitting here at 3-2 with the opportunity to go 4-2, headed into the bye, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. So I think the season's definitely back on. And like, if you're a Bears fan, you should really be excited. When's the last time? Obviously, Justin and Mitch have both had their game where they lit a bum ass team up. We've seen that the last two quarterbacks. Yeah. But just seeing the way he's handled things and he's processed things, like, I don't understand how you could be a Bears fan and not really be excited about what you've seen from Caleb, because he's giving you everything that we expected to get from him.
I've got a couple stats. One, you brought up the defense. Here's some defensive stats for you. The Monsters of the Midway are back. They're first in the NFL in fumbles, second in passing touchdowns allowed, third in interceptions, fifth in points allowed, seventh in total passing yards allowed, the eighth in sacks, ninth in total yards allowed, 11 games in a row of 21 or less allowed points. And only 32 second half points have been allowed in the year 2024. That is for the defense, man, and how they've been doing, man. You talk about Caleb, and that's a perfect way to get into it. Caleb's passer rating each game. If you start off from week 1 against the Titans, he had 55.7 passer rate. Week 2 against Houston, 51.0 passer rate. Week 3 against Indianapolis, 80.8. Week 4 against the Rams, 106.6. This week, 126.2 passer rating. And that's just good right there. And Alex said number one rushing defense last year. Yeah, if there's anything I can nitpick the defense on, I want to see them get a little bit more cleaned up on the rushing defense. But this defense is incredible, and we're going to get into the actual defensive line in a minute, but I want to talk about Caleb's performance in general, man. Caleb, this is his best effort. Now, he has over 1,000 yards already. 5 games into the season, Caleb Williams always has 1,091 yards. He has 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. This is second 300-yard passing game in 5 weeks. Do you know how many 300-yard passing games that Justin Fields not only had with the Bears, but has in his career? Do y'all know the number of that?
Wait a say that again.
Justin Fields, how many 300-yard passing games does he have in his career?
1.
2.
Bang, hit on the head. 2. He's got 1 against he has 1 with the Bears. He threw for 320 something last year against Denver, where he had 4
last
touchdowns.
Week. Yeah.
And remember they lost that game. He threw a crazy interception. And then last week against Indiana. So both of those games come in losses. Caleb already has his second in 5 games. That's incredible. He went 20-29, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns. Would have been more if DJ would have caught that gimme of a first down, which DJ said in the press conference he was trash for that. I just love what I'm seeing from Caleb. I think that I've even seen some people who are very pro Justin saying, "Oh, what Ice Cube son saying straight out Compton? My bad. I must be tripping." Like, everybody's starting to come around. And like I said, he's a rookie. I'm not saying he's not ever going to mess up again. I'm not saying it's not going to be a game where he don't look like a rookie again. There's going to be better defensive lines he's going to face. There's going to be better defenses he's going to face. Jacksonville stinks, but their defensive line is way better than we saw in Carolina. I mean, that offensive line for the Bears looked like the 90s Cowboys. That's how bad that pass rush was. You know what I'm saying? And it gave him a lot of time. But the fact you're seeing it, and he's getting better and better each week. His command of the line is like, this is not hyperbole. It looks real Tom Brady-ish, real Drew Brees, real Peyton Manning. For a rookie in his 5th grade game to have that much control of the offense, I think it's amazing. And now that him and DJ are finally clicking, the deep balls are clicking, it should start to get real scary, man. That's why I love to see. And Keenan Allen, I know that Hill's on fire is going to be like that probably for the rest of the year, but he had a good game. And I complained last week about not spreading the ball out a lot. They spread the ball out, man, and Caleb knows where he wants to go. He's scanning the field, which I haven't seen from a Bears quarterback, and I can't even tell you when last time I seen a Bears quarterback scour the field like that. And I just really love what I'm seeing, and there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that this kid is it. I'm giddy when I watch it, like, and that's just something that is rare, man. Bane, what'd you think about Caleb's performance last night?
I thought it was good. No, I give him a B plus. Mainly because it's the Panthers. But you want to know what I love about his performance? He was picking on the best player.
Yeah,
like he was going after Horn. He was on his ass. And normally, especially as a rookie quarterback, you will see people that will try to stay away from the best player, especially if it's a cornerback. You'll typically see them stray away from that person. So this definitely could have been a Rome Odunze or a Keenan Allen game, or even a Cole Kmet game. But I said last week, and I meant that this was going to be a DJ Moore game. DJ Moore was going to get over 100. I said 125. I was wrong by 20 yards.
It would have been 25 if he caught that third down.
Exactly, if he would have caught that third down. But that's what I loved about the performance. He was aggressive enough to go after the best player on that defense. He was not going away from J.C. Horn. Outside of that, he was pretty accurate. The yardage, also, if you look at the record books, I think he has the most 300-yard games by a rookie quarterback in Bears history. Look how much it took for that to happen. Oh my God. Wow. That just shows you the lack of quarterbacks that we've had.
Incompetence.
Right. So with that being said, man, I thought it was a good performance. A B plus makes me excited for the rest of the way. This was what he needed for his confidence building.
Dante, what you think about Caleb's performance last night?
It was great. I give him a B plus. I think, it's one of those things where we just talk about him getting comfortable, him just adjusting to the speed of the NFL game. I think, he had his Justin moment. You know how Justin was saying shit was kind of slow. I remember on Hard Knocks when Caleb was like, practice is harder than the game when they played Buffalo in their preseason game. So I think those first couple of games with him really getting acclimated to what's really going down, and you're not playing against practice squad guys and guys that's not going to make the fucking team no more. These are the ones. And so I think he's having an adjustment. And one thing we know about people who have been, labeled as phenoms who actually have that talent, they adjust quick. And it's kind of like with Caitlin Clark in the WNBA this year. Like, first half of the season, you saw her struggling, but then eventually the speed is slowed down for her. She was like, oh, no, I can really do my thing. And she started cooking. And I think that's what we're starting to see with Caleb. This 5-game stretch helps us because these teams aren't as good as the teams who are going to play on the back end of the schedule. But at the same time, this is perfect because it's what you want to see from a guy like Caleb. We need to see him in a rhythm. And these teams that we're playing now will help him, further, show even more of the grasp he has on the offense. And being, when you're playing against a team that's not as good, you can catch things and be like, okay, now we're going to run this hot route. We're going to do this. We're going to call out of this play. So seeing him get comfortable doing that as we get into the tough part of our schedule is what I really want to see. So I think his performance was really good because what we want is to, again, and I know we talk about Mitch and Justin, but this is just a Chicago Bears problem. The playing down to your competition, that's something we've seen our entire lives, not even with the quarterbacks. So I think for him to sit here and light them up, like even with the Colts, like we should have won that game. They still had an opportunity to win that game. But I mean, what you saw Sunday is what you want to see against a team you're supposed to beat. Stay in the pocket, doing your thing. He's making passes. He's spreading the ball around. He's going through his reads. Like you said, we saw the last 2 quarterbacks we've had have been 1-read quarterbacks. So to see a guy and you can actually see him snap his head to like 1, 2, 3. All right, back to 1. Like that's something different, and it's great to see. And so I think, like I said, his performance, I give him a B plus, and I think you're gonna start to see more of this because I mean, at the end of the day, the talent is undeniable. You know it's there. You know the arm is there. You know the processing is there. You know the pocket presence is there. So it's really about what we do around him and how we set up for these games. And so it's it's looking good, bro. I was actually, again, I know it's the Panthers, so I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but I was really excited about what I saw last night.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm not taking it with a grain of salt, whatever. Because if it's because not the reason I say I'm not, because you look at the other at the Colts game, that team stinks too. That defense stinks as well. And he threw 300 yards of stuff I liked. He did good, but he was looking real. It was a mixed bag. I think Bang, you said yesterday, you said in the group chat, this is a good 300-yard game. That's why I'm not taking it with a grain of salt, because these are still NFL teams and he's a rookie. Like if he was like year 2, year 3, I'm like, all right, this is Panthers. Like, but he's a rookie. All this stuff is new to him. So that's why I'm not really like, oh, it's the Panthers. Like, nah, man, I loved what I saw. Now, you got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to give you praise for this. And you go out there and you stick to join up in London. And, you got a lot of good games coming up. But I just love to see how I see where it's going, man. And I want to talk about his pace, too. He's on pace for 4,000 yards right now. Which be the number 1 in Bears franchise history, and he's on pace for 22 touchdowns. Everybody, CJ Stroud's standard. That would be one more passing touchdown that CJ Stroud had last year. So that would be good as well.
So cool. Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not